team in the world. I went to Portugal this year, and the young tour guide goes, "It's Doris Burke from 2K. It wasn't Doris Burke, the announcer. It was Doris Burke from 2K.
That's a great look at our locations. And with doing it all, DA, thanks. And a quick look here at some of the numbers for Ayton.
And guys, I think he's starting to feel the wear and tear of the season a little bit. That comes across in his rebounding numbers. They've dropped off this month. He needs that second win, and no doubt he'll get it soon.
The starters for the Utah Jazz, Conley and Mitchell, the talented backcourt pair. Inside, we have Ingles and Gobert. And it's O'Neal in at the small forward position. And for the Suns, Rubio and Booker, they're the backcourt. Johnson is out there with Ayton. And it's Bridges in at the small forward.
When Gordon Hayward left the Jazz 3 summers ago, some expected a rebuild. Instead, they hit gold with Donovan Mitchell and kept on trucking.
Now, here's Mitchell. Great numbers on a nightly basis as he averages over 24 points a game. Here's Booker. The rebound by the Jazz. And the heartbreak over losing Hayward. Short-lived, but the Jazz still needed to learn from it.
Very important that the Jazz retain the stars they developed. I think there were some lessons learned along the way.
Playing with high energy, outworking the defense up the floor.
And I just love it when the fast break results in a high percentage look. Not always the case these days.
Now here's Booker. 29 points for him last game against the Trailblazers in Portland.
Terrible shot selection, but you've got to appreciate his confidence.
Conley scanning the floor. And stolen by Ayton. Fast break, here come the Suns. Here's Booker. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. It's going to be on Donovan Mitchell. The Suns shooting their first free throws of the night right here.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
Steve, we know it's a long season for the players, but talk about the coaches.
Kevin, you've seen it. Those coaches that are on a hot seat, they have those bags under their eyes, no sleep. Those coaches that have a long contract and they're winning, they're pretty good. And I think the coaches that sleep well is the coaches that have teams that they know that kind of run themselves.
Now, here's Bridges, following the miss by Donovan Mitchell. Mitchell against Booker. Rubio outside, 6 on the shot clock. A 17-footer. No good from Booker. Jazz have gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. To the middle, here's Gobert, and slam dunk by Gobert.
Good job by Mitchell, trusting his teammates, and in turn, that's going to open up opportunities for him.
Booker in the corner. Suns moving the ball around. Stolen by Mitchell. Over in the corner, Conley launches it. And it's Ayton with the rebound. Suns have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Booker in the corner. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Booker's got 6 points.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
No excuse. You have to be aware. He should be on your radar all the time. Talented, driven. He puts constant pressure on your defense.
Good on the triple.
And he is really in a zone right now, playing and scoring with confidence.
Johnson, the pass to Bridges. The shot off that time, so Utah will take it the other way. They come into this one following a loss to the Thunder. Mitchell. And it's Ayton with the rebound.
I mean, he's staying aggressive, trying to regain his touch. But right now, he's hurting the team.
Jazz trail by 5. And the 7-foot Frenchman, Rudy Gobert, former Defensive Player of the Year.
They call him the Stifle Tower. He's the anchor, the foundation of this team. He changes the complexion of the game when he occupies the paint.
Yep, it counts.
Yeah, going hard to the rack, making a statement here early on.
Well, this is his game. Be proactive offensively, put the defense back on his heels.
He's looking confident right from the opening tip.
Booker against Mitchell. Booker in the post. 11 points in the game. Makes it off the glass. 13 points in the game.
He's been a big factor in their offense tonight, making shot after shot.
Conley kicks to Mitchell. Pass to Ingles. O'Neal with it. At the top of the key, Mitchell. And the layup is good.
Coach doing a great job of putting Mitchell in pick-and-roll situations. For a young player, he makes good decisions.
Stolen by O'Neal. The drive by Mitchell. Nice 4 for 7 from the floor with that shot.
Great job executing the offense. That pass on time and on point.
Booker up top, covered by Mitchell. Rubio dishes to Booker. Back to Rubio. Got it off in time, and that one released in time, but no good.
You need strength.
And so it's Devin Booker making highlights for Phoenix. He put together quite a quarter, 13 points in all. And he looks to be planning for more.
The ups and downs of injuries and
Great work ethic is the key. Conley stayed at it.
And a player that's known for keeping his composure, that helps also. He weathered those early challenges and just stayed positive.
And buenos noches, basketball fans. It's Latin night here on 2K Sports. And you might have noticed the custom jerseys worn by the players. And taking a look at the Suns' performance here, guys, what have they been doing or not doing?
Well, they've been aggressive from the beginning, particularly on the offensive end.
And that has helped them build an advantage here, playing with good focus and good energy.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. And so in the game for the Jazz, they've got Gobert. Jordan Clarkson is out there with Emmanuel Mudiay. Then there's Davis, and it's Niang in at the 3. Great for the Phoenix Suns. With a franchise-high 9-year playoff drought, there is pressure on this team to find their way out of that long rebuild.
And their moves on draft night, they raised some eyebrows. They've got some young talent, but can new coach Monty Williams turn them into a winner? Long-suffering Suns fans certainly hope so.
Clarkson passes to Gobert. And slam dunk by Gobert.
And when Gobert cuts like that, it's over for the defense. For a big man, his mobility is unreal.
Here's Jerome, defended by Mudiay. Carter on the wing. Kaminsky in the corner. Back to Carter. He kicks to Baines. Over Gobert. Bank shot. No good.
And his pure defensive effort changed that shot from an easy one to a tough one.
And you know, technically, it's a high percentage look, but this is why we play the game.
Pass to Niang. Nice ball movement by Utah. 5 on the clock. Fires the 3. Carter pulls it in. Phoenix has gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Now the pass to Jerome. And so it looks like the Suns will retain possession here. And a moment to check out now what Utah has coming up. On Friday, they'll be facing Drew Holiday and the New Orleans Pelicans. Then on Saturday, they'll be taking on Jonas Valanciunas and the Memphis Grizzlies.
In that game against the Lakers, they can't come out playing timid. Just because they're facing the top team in the West, you've got to play your game, minimize mistakes, and if they do that, they got a chance at the W.
Woo, he got a clean look, and he makes the defense pay for disrespecting him.
Mudiay passes to Davis. Now, Smitty, if you were playing today, who would you least like to see coming at you on a fast break?
I think in his prime, it would be LeBron James. Russell Westbrook is another guy I'd be kind of afraid of. I know it'd be a collision. But I say right now, it has to be Giannis because of the force and his jumping ability and the way he just glides to the rim.
Yeah, it'd be a nightmare. You're right. Bridges, he's checked in for Phoenix.
The shot's there for him, and he's got to take it. I don't care if he doesn't convert. That's a shot he has to continue to take.
And so it's Carter who brings the ball up for the Suns. Last time they met was in Utah, where they beat the Jazz.
And they cruised to a big win in their last meeting, getting that opposing starting lineup out of the game early with foul trouble.
You can bet that was their game plan from the get-go. Don't be shocked if they're aggressive again today as well.
Guys back and forth this first half.
And this could continue to go back and forth the entire way.
And almost 4 minutes gone here in the second quarter of play. Kicks to Bridges. Passes it to Jerome. Goes up on the high post with the putback. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. Baines has got his second basket of the game.
Good job of stepping up to the plate there, seizing back the momentum for his team.
That's the competitor in him. Close game. Let me have this one.
And Utah making a change here. Conley's checked in. Down low. Here's Niang. Rebound by the Suns.
Come on. That's your bread and butter. You can't miss that.
No good from Booker. It's tipped. And it's out of bounds. Utah able to retain possession here.
They're fortunate the defender couldn't control it. Almost lost that possession.
Andre Ayton's checked in for the Suns. Johnson comes in for Mikal Bridges. Then for the Jazz, O'Neal's checked in for Joe Ingles. And it's Mitchell in for Clarkson. Mitchell, Baines with the block. Ayton attacking. And he banks in the layup. And now a 3-point Suns lead.
And this is what you love about Ayton. Highly skilled. He can face you up, then take you off the bounce.
Here's Davis. Hits the layup after the sweet pump fake to freeze the D. Davis has got 5 points in the quarter.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
Booker against Mitchell. Booker outside. From deep. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. And that'll... Thank you, David, for that interview. And we'll see you back here after the break.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. I'm Rudy. Devin Booker had it going on in the first quarter. He had 13 points and 1. And
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. Kind of like what Devin Booker is doing in this one.
Definitely been challenging the defense here early on, not settling for anything outside.
He's been very effective on the move, forcing the action, getting to his spots, and finishing plays.
Rubio and Booker, they're the backcourt. Johnson is out there with Bridges, and it's Ayton in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's the 5 to begin the second half for Monty Williams. From deep three-point range, and the shot clock expires. 24-second violation.
Here's a look at the stats for Devin Booker.
Since the break, he's been simply stellar. 9th in assists, 16th in scoring, and he's among the top 20 free throw shooters in the league. Doesn't waste many opportunities at the line.
And his floor awareness is undeniable. As you pointed out, top 10 in assists, and he's great at drawing the defense and making the perfect pass in stride. Pass to Bridges. It's stolen by Ingles. And now Conley running the floor all by himself. And it's good, 2 points. Conley's got the lead up to 1 now for the Jazz.
What I love about Conley, he always gives this team exactly what it needs. This time, finishing in transition.
Inside, Johnson. And the slam dunk by Johnson. Third quarter, guys, and this has been a neck-and-neck game.
Both teams getting it done defensively, as evidenced by the 8 lead changes thus far.
Here's Conley. Again, Conley missing. It's a neck-and-neck game in Phoenix. They can look forward to the American Airlines Center after this game. They'll match up against Dallas. That will be a getaway game for them, a one-game road trip. And Rubio kicks to Bridges. On the wing, Booker. Clock at 6. Goes up the baseline. And so the ball out of bounds. Gobert touched it last. Now let's have a quick look at some of the league's top defenders in the season's second half. Third is Ricky Rubio.
Defensively, he's been a glove. I mean, he has just been blanketing his opponents.
Frank Kaminsky, he's checked in for Phoenix. And Utah also making a switch. Moutier is checked in. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Booker. Drills the baseline jumper. Booker's got 15.
There's a built-in respect for coaches who played in the NBA. The Jazz, Quinn Snyder, never made it that far. But as a point guard, he helped Duke make 3 Final Four appearances.
And now the Suns, a fast break. In for his 7th make in 14 tries.
Yeah, he's in such a great rhythm right now. Makes sense to get him the ball any way you can.
Let him decide whether to shoot it, whether to pass it. He's your catalyst right now.
Smitty Snyder, also an All-American in high school. 2-time Washington State Basketball Player of the Year in high school.
Led Mercer Island to a state title and then experienced coaching in college, the G League, and abroad. He's a lifer, and he's been around the game far and wide.
Suns leading by 3. Clock keeps going. 3 minutes into the second half now. He dishes it to Rubio. Booker the pass to Rubio. Stolen by Mitchell. Here we go, one-on-one. Moutier finds Mitchell. Here's Gobert, and plenty of contact on the shot. So, 2 free throws coming up. And there's the foul against Phoenix.
Growing before our eyes, the confidence of Gobert. Comfortable doing a little of everything now.
The Jazz making a switch here. Steve, I know you like this, that the three-point shot is having such an effect on the league, actually transforming the NBA. Are you surprised how fast all this is happening?
I am. I'm surprised that so many teams are adopting this transformation of shooting a 3-ball, because there are some teams and there's some players, I know they shoot it, Kevin, but they shoot it at such a low percentage. If you have the guys that can shoot it, you should adopt it. If not, you got to find another way of winning ball games. There's nothing wrong with having a great mid-range team that can knock down mid-range jumpers.
And here we go. Moutier heading to the hoop. And goaltending is going to be the call. So they get the basket there anyway.
That's a very close call. I'm sure he thinks it's a clean block, but looks like it was on the way down.
The Suns making a change here. Booker's checked in. Launches a 3. That one falls, coming off Carter's feet. 20 points for Devin Booker.
A good look there, and he didn't waste it. His second 3 of the game.
Back to Clarkson. There's 45 seconds left in the third. Gobert dishes to Moutier. Just 4 to shoot. And with that shot, the Suns' lead is cut to just 1 on the basket from Gobert.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Carter looking around. Saric passes to Baines. Saric outside. Back to Baines. Fires the 3. They get it back.
Hard work and soft hands, guys. That's what made that play possible.
No simple offensive rebound there. Going for the tip-in. Moutier kicks it to Tucker. Gobert down low. And again, it's Utah.
Nice shot by Rudy Gobert. When he's hitting jumpers off the catch, this offense takes on a whole new look.
And so it's Devin. A chance now to hear Coach Quinn Snyder talking to his team moments ago.
Our activity defensively has been...
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. And so in the game for the Jazz, we've got Conley. Gobert is out there with Davis. Then it's O'Neal. And it's Clarkson in at the 2.
They may not get the spotlight, but the Utah Jazz are one of the best run teams in the NBA. They're run as a legacy trust. That means every dime of profit goes back into the team.
Steve, you were talking about the reinvestment for the Jazz. An upgraded arena, new practice facility.
Necessary moves, you know this, to stay competitive. The Jazz fans love their team, and they're showing that commitment in return.
Outside Conley, back to Gobert. He kicks it to Clarkson. Fires top of the key, and he swishes it right through. Clarkson's got the lead up to 1 now for Utah.
They continue to battle out there, so close to taking the lead.
The direction this game is headed is going to come down to a couple key buckets by either team.
Andre Ayton's checked in for Phoenix. Ricky Rubio comes in for Carter. And Utah also making a switch. Bradley's checked in for Rudy Gobert. Saric against Davis. Saric inside. Up again, and Ayton stays with it. And the Suns lead by 1.
And using that 7'5 wingspan, putting it back off the miss, one of Ayton's specialties.
Here's Clarkson. And Utah again with the bucket. Boy, right down to the wire here. Still anyone's ball game.
Yeah, and after all the energy both sides have expended, both teams still hungry for the win.
Near the three-point line, it's Booker. Here's Ayton. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
An absolute beast inside. Love how Ayton uses his size to draw these fouls. And when you watch DeAndre Ayton, you really are just floored by how he moves. The amount of speed and agility he has for a player as solid as Ayton is doesn't come around very often.
Mikal Bridges checked in for Dario Saric. Clarkson, he's checked in for O'Neal. 3 from the inbound. And it's Mitchell missing. The Suns leading. With 3, Booker. Phoenix, no good that time either. And those physical attributes of Ayton are so imposing. Greg, who does he remind you of?
I mean, for current players, you see a bit of Embiid and how they both move so fluidly for 7-footers. From the past, I see a bit of David Robinson in his game.
For Phoenix, they've gone 2 for 5 on field goal attempts in the 4th quarter. Pass to Booker. 4th quarter of play, and we're about 2.5 minutes through it right now. And there's the foul. It'll go on Joe Ingles. That is his first foul of the game. Rubio with a wide open look. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot. It's Gobert with the ball for the Jazz. They trail by 1. Rubio against Conley. Back to Ingles. The 3. And it's Ayton with the rebound. Ayton's got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. Rebounded by Clarkson.
Easy chance for mid-range. Wouldn't be surprised to see them run that play again.
Mitchell wide open. Sinks the triple. And the Jazz lead by 2.
This just goes with the narrative. Mitchell is a baller, wants to be considered among the best in the game.
Here's Rubio. Phoenix, no good that time either.
That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get many looks better from that range.
Here's Mitchell, a shake.
Not really fair to the
coach's challenge has been issued. game like this, out of the wire, this is what it's for.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Olden.
Hey, Kevin, during the last break, I heard Monty Williams talking with his team. He said to them, that's the kind of effort we need to bring every night. We're right in this thing, but it's going to take sustained effort to close it out. Now let's bring it home. Kevin, back to you.
Thank you, David.
Man, that they need those points, and I bet he's the guy that continues to go for it.
He will use his size, his skills, and his shooting ability to go get this win.
Here's Conley. That shot missing, so Phoenix will take it the other way. Here's Bridges. Money!
That is world class.
Incredible shot with everything on the line coming through for his team.
It drops.
Stepping up big, Gobert showing why he's considered a cornerstone for this franchise.
For Phoenix, they've gone 4 of 10 here in the final period. Not the time to go cold. Rubio the pass to Saric. Yes! He has tied up this game. Oh, what a shot. And this crowd ecstatic. They are pumped up.
And what a huge shot. You talk about an excited arena.
Conley the pass to Gobert. That's going to be out of bounds. The Jazz will retain possession.
Great energy on the deflection and a good job disrupting their offense.
This is called an effort play. Terrific hustle at the defensive end.
5 to shoot. Mitchell is double. The pass to Gobert. Over Ayton.
I'll tell you what, Ayton is a very good defender. Moves his feet well and has the length to alter shots.
I mean, spectacular. He's clutch. We've seen Ingles make plays in this situation before.
Booker against Mitchell. Booker outside. From deep. And so it's Utah who scraped by with the win. They break the hearts of every fan in the building with it.
unprecedented improvements to shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending. Unprecedented improvements to shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending.
Welcome back to 2K TV. Bill Simmons, the sports guy. Now, the sports guy is your nickname, but if you were a player, what would you have as your nickname?
Washed up.
Washed up,
Yeah.
that's it?
Yeah. I quit pickup like 5 years ago.
I'm going to end it right here.
He's going to end it.
I'm going to end it.
I feel it. I feel it.
The state capital of Utah. And as they... It sure is fun to watch, DA. Thank you. We're going to break in the action, so let's take a look at the West and how the teams are stacking up. Take a look at the Jazz. Advantage in one series. And, of course, Oklahoma City. They're in 5th place.
Right now for the Jazz, they've stayed right there, just in sniffing distance of the conference leaders. That's a solid accomplishment at this stage of the season.
Yeah, even so, though, I'm sure they're not satisfied just being near the top of the standings. They're going to be looking to make a major push as the season winds down.
So here's Oklahoma City's starting group. Gallinari and Adams, the combo out front. Gilgeous-Alexander out there with Chris Paul. And it's Dort in at the 3. And for Utah, inside we have Ingles and Gobert. Conley runs the point with Mitchell flanking him. And it's O'Neal in at the 3. Here's Ingles. That's in there. Conley with the assist. Late in the season, Doris, and some teams now are not going to be in the postseason. They're out of the playoffs and are giving more time. You talked about this earlier, giving more time to their young players to develop.
Well, there is nothing more beneficial to a young player than real-time NBA experience. So when you're out of the playoffs, those young guys start to get more and more minutes. They'll give those young guys more and more responsibility on the offensive and defensive end. And there's no greater teacher than giving NBA reps to guys who you think can be a key part of your future.
So fun for us as the fans and people that cover the league to get a glimpse of the future, what these teams and what these individual players could be like. He had stolen by Ingles. Here's Mitchell. Oh, and the dunk by Mitchell.
How high was Donovan Mitchell? How pretty was that dunk? My goodness.
Gilgeous-Alexander kicks to Adams. There's the pass to Paul. From about 19 feet. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot. Conley surveying the D. Passes it to O'Neal. From outside the arc. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
You know, we see this all the time, Greg. You're basically, as a defender, hoping the man misses rather than putting in the work to get over screens.
Didn't hesitate for a second to get a hand up on that deep ball.
Well, tremendous effort, tremendous timing, the ability to alter shots on the perimeter. That was beautiful.
And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
Now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Covered by Mitchell. Gallinari passes to Paul. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Takes a 3. They get the rebound. And Adams kicks to Paul. Here's Gallinari. He's off on that one. Gobert with the defensive effort.
I think most people consider Salt Lake City not a big free agent destination. So the Jazz are what they call a pipeline team. And what does that mean? It means they have to draft and develop their talent internally.
Now here's Paul. Following the miss by Donovan Mitchell. Latre. And again, Oklahoma City, no good.
Not a lot falling for him in this quarter. He's got to stay aggressive, try to break through, see if you can get an easy opportunity.
And the Jazz say they need a fundamentally sound process to building their roster. Of course, no shortcuts.
Well, there's no question about that, Kevin. This is a group that has to be value-spaced with their free agent acquisitions in a small market. But draft picks have got to be smart. Their teaching and cultivating of that talent and development is absolutely critical.
Here's Niang. 8 points his last outing. Jacks up a 3. And it's out of bounds. They say last touch by Adams. And let's take this opportunity to show you the shooting guards with the highest percentage from the floor over the last month. You take a look at Gilgeous-Alexander. You know what you're going to get from him day in and day out.
You know, in tight or outside, these are all very reliable and consistent shooters. It's a safe option to put the ball in their hands and let them create something for themselves.
And a lot of times, those shots they create for themselves come right at the basket. As good a group of shooters as they are, they don't just settle for jumpers. These are players who are willing to attack the rim.
And it's the Thunder with the ball. Thunder trailing by 5. Diallo the pass to Schroeder. No good, and they can't put an end to this drought.
Well, you have to like their work on the boards, Kevin, particularly here to start the game.
And the shot goes in.
How about Jordan Clarkson, the ability at his position to absorb contact and finish the play?
Stolen by Clarkson. Here's the break. Here's Niang. Nails the wide-open jump shot.
Building up a big early lead, they have taken charge of this game.
And they've been doing it largely at the offensive end, Greg. If the defense does not adjust, this could be a blowout.
And so it's Utah. Go. There's a great friendship between Melo, LeBron, Dwayne Wade, and Chris Paul. And
it's been sort of long.
And you see that a lot nowadays. Star players developing friendships and GAs spending time with each other off the floor.
Yeah, some people hate it because they want that bad blood you used to see, but no reason you have to hate someone to really compete against them.
And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And guys, from what we've been watching with the Jazz, what are you guys seeing out there?
What we saw in that first quarter, they won their matchups defensively.
I think across the board, a number of guys who've done a great job guarding multiple positions.
On the floor for Oklahoma City, getting going here in the second quarter. Diallo out there with Dennis Schroeder. Then it's Mike Muscala. And there's Nerlens Noel. And it's Ferguson in at the small forward position. 6 to shoot. Diallo the pass to Muscala. And they'll turn it over. Could not get off his shot before second violation.
And now a look at Rudy Gobert here. This last month, he's been positively spectacular. 2nd in field goal percentage, 7th in blocks, and he's among the top 15 in rebounding. Just a powerful presence in the paint.
And you mentioned it, he's the second best shooter in the league right now. Quick trigger with just a little bit better footwork. He could take over that top spot. Here's Ferguson, and down it goes, jamming that one home.
We are talking about a very solid passer at his position. Schroeder identifying an open teammate.
And no one near Clarkson as he lets it go. Rebound by Muscala. Thunder trailing by 8. We're about a minute and a half into the second quarter now. Pass to Schroeder from downtown. Utah with the rebound. Gobert's got 5 rebounds tonight. Greg, last season, Dennis Schroeder transitioning to more of a 6-man role with the Thunder.
And for his first go at that role, I thought Schroeder looked really good. He's always been able to score and create, and coming off the bench might be the best spot for him.
2 minutes now played in the second quarter. Stolen by Clarkson. Moutier. Pass to Gobert. Davis kicks to Niang. Back to Davis. It's stolen by Muscala. Noel against Gobert. And with that shot, the Jazz lead is cut down now to just 8 points with the basket from Noel. And Dennis Schroeder gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. The Jazz making a switch here. Ingles is checked in, and a new group getting ready for Oklahoma City. Steven Adams, he's checked in for Nerlens Noel. Alinari comes in for Mike Muscala. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander checked in for Terrence Ferguson. And Paul subbed in for Dennis Schroeder. Stolen by Clarkson. Nice move. Outside for Davis. No good off the front iron.
Maybe he rushes that just a little bit, who knows, but he couldn't have gotten a better look than that.
And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. Emmanuel Mudiay picks one up.
Well, an elite perimeter defender, Andre Robertson uses that impressive length to bother players. What a solid role player this guy has become.
Here's what Utah's going with right now. O'Neal's checked in for George Niang. Donovan Mitchell comes in for Clarkson. And it's Conley in for Mudiay. Ingles passes to Mitchell. Over Robertson. And it's Mitchell missing.
I'm sure he's kicking himself. He hates to blow that kind of opportunity. Well, the Thunder begin on the defensive end of the floor. This is a team whose formula is to force a ton of turnovers, come up with steals, get out in transition. Last year, 4th in the league in defensive rating.
And they keep hammering away at them inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
And for the Thunder defense, Doris, it starts with their rebounding.
Well, you have to begin with their strong interior defense. That lets their wings get out and pressure and take some chances. Defense has turned into a pillar for this team.
Conley against Paul. Here's Diallo. No good on the triple.
He couldn't believe how open he was. He just couldn't convert it.
Here's Mitchell. Lays it up and banks it in. Mitchell's got the lead up to 10 now for the Jazz.
Donovan Mitchell has got the size and the skill to score over the bigs on the interior. That's easy work for this young man.
Paul finds Gallinari. Good, and Paul gets the assist. Gallinari's got 4 points now in the quarter.
That was big because they dug a big hole in the first quarter, but starting to show signs of life.
Well, to me, this is what great point guards do. Donovan Mitchell demonstrating just how skilled he is at connecting with open teammates.
Ball against Conley. Here's Gallinari. And it's off the back rim. No good.
I'd love to see them impose themselves a little more on the back.
How about the athleticism of Donovan Mitchell? 6'3", but boy, can he get off his feet.
5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Now here's Diallo. Defense is right there. Paul with the ball. Conley picks him up. Gallinari dishes to Adams. And Davis pulls it down. Davis has got his 4th rebound in this one. The drive by Mitchell. Bucket is good. Mitchell's got 8 points.
Wow, gentlemen, the quick first step of Donovan Mitchell gets the advantage, and it's over.
And so it's Utah, sitting with a comfortable lead, up by 14. And there. Thank you, David. And we'll be back for the 3rd quarter of action following halftime.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Utah finds themselves ahead after 2 quarters. They lead by 14. That's all for now.
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. Donovan Mitchell really making a difference here.
Man, how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column through 2 quarters? He has been terrific.
And one would expect that the defense made some adjustments at halftime, but he has the ability to answer right back.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the second half of basketball. Taking a look at the Jazz. Conley and Mitchell, the talented backcourt pair. Inside, we have Ingles and Gobert. And it's O'Neal in at the 3, the small forward. Or as you think about the anchor of this team, Steven Adams just holds it down in the middle.
Oh, Steven Adams does so much, but it all starts on the defensive end with this guy. He takes away so much space on the interior. He is commanding on the backboards. He contests shots. Everything you could hope for, Steven Adams brings.
The rejection by Paul. And it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over. And Adams has got the ball here for the Oklahoma City Thunder. Down by 12. Gilgeous-Alexander surveying the D. From deep, Adams trying to free himself up. Gilgeous-Alexander, good. Gilgeous-Alexander's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. And Chris Paul picks up the foul. That's his first foul. So it's the Jazz now. They've led by as many as 14 points.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
Donovan Mitchell with the shot. Schroeder against Conley. Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Noel. Gilgeous-Alexander kicks to Gallinari. And the foul called on Donovan Mitchell. That is his first foul of the game for the Jazz. George Niang, he's checked in for Joe Ingles. Clarkson comes in for Mitchell. And it's Moutier in for Mike Conley. The Thunder also changing it up. Mike Muscala comes in for Gallinari. And it's Andre Robertson in for Gilgeous-Alexander. It's stolen by Moutier. And now Clarkson pushing it up. No one back to stop him. The basket good off the assist from Moutier. And the Jazz lead by 13. Oklahoma City's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. And for the Thunder, a lot of the assistant coaches leaving this past summer. Greg, how much of a concern is that for head coach Billy Donovan?
Possibly a sign that Donovan could be on the hot seat in OKC. I mean, 3 consecutive first-round exits. Donovan on the final year of his deal. The clock is definitely ticking.
The putback, it's good on the putback.
And those second chance points really become almost like bonus points when you can get them.
Just over 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second half. Shot from free throw range. Rebound by Muscala. Muscala's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. And Robertson has it in the corner. Poked loose. Stolen by Clarkson. Here's O'Neal. The three-pointer, no good.
And I think that one could have easily have fallen for him.
Robertson dishes to Muscala. And a beautiful feed leads to a monster jam.
And although an undersized center, more than making up for it with some serious hops.
Clarkson passes to Gobert. And the rejection by Noel.
This is a staple of his game. Nerlens Noel sends it back.
Feeds it to Gobert. And stolen by Noel. Here's Ferguson. He's covered by Clarkson. And the pass to Schroeder. It's up a 3. And again, Oklahoma City with the triple.
I'll tell you, they're right in this. We'll see if they can maintain momentum.
Probably the most important thing is they regroup. They worked out some of their frustrations, and now they're starting to have some fun.
Joe Ingles, he's checked in for Utah. Donovan Mitchell comes in for Emmanuel Moutier. And Oklahoma City also making a switch. Diallo's checked in. Here's Schroeder. Drilled from 11 feet out. Schroeder's got his second basket of the night.
Yeah, this offense is rolling. They've been assertive, but they're also playing under control.
I think the communication on offense is working at every level right now. What a run for this group.
Muscala pass to Noel. Now here's Diallo, defended by Gobert. Diallo kicks it over to Schroeder. Shot clock at 5. Oklahoma City needs to get off a shot. Fast break. Here come the Jazz. 5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. And it's Mitchell with the jam.
Well, this is problematic because Donovan Mitchell can hurt you any number of ways. Driving, spotting up, you name it, he's got it.
Schroeder dishes to Muscala. The shot's good on the assist by Schroeder. Schroeder's got his 3rd assist on the night. Now, here's Clarkson. He's guarded by Diallo. Mitchell outside. Shoots over Schroeder. Oh, he nailed it!
And give him credit. Good awareness of the time remaining.
And so it's Utah. with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. And they've created a bucket.
We got a chance to get a great road win right now.
3/10 quarters behind us. One more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the fourth. Taking a look at the Thunder. Gallinari and Adams, the combo out front. Chris Paul is out there with Gilgeous-Alexander. And it's Diallo in at the 3. Gallinari right side. Nice pass. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup.
And guys, all about hard work from this point on. They've worked hard to create that high-quality shot and then able to knock it down.
Here's Mitchell. Drops one in from the wing. And the Jazz lead by 6.
Yeah, Donovan Mitchell in the mid-range making great use of what the defense is giving him.
And Paul puts up a deep 3. And out of bounds as Utah gains possession. Utah leading by 6. And here is Conley. Fourth quarter of basketball. We're about a minute into it. Mitchell left side. 5 to shoot. And the rebound goes to the Thunder.
Boy, surprised he missed that. The defense just good enough to prevent that bucket.
Thunder trailing by 6. Paul kicks to Adams. And a great assist by Paul as that one goes in. Paul's got 3 assists now in this one. Outside Conley. First minute and a half of basketball played here in the fourth quarter. He dishes it to Clarkson. The 3. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. Adams has got 6 rebounds now in the game.
Not his best game, but they're still getting it done collectively. Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
And Chris Paul picks up the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game. Mitchell looking it over. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Well, Joe Ingles, to me, specializes in mixing up his pace, and that's how he gets these calls.
And that's good as he hits both of his shots. Thunder trailing by 4. Paul, right side. Over to the wing. And Gallinari kicks to Adams. 6 on the shot clock. Paul outside. Lets it go with the 3. Oklahoma City gets a new shot clock. Dort passes to Paul. Gallinari outside. Back to Paul. Down low. Adams finds Gallinari. Here's Dort. Paul outside. Here's Gallinari. It's stolen by Ingles. Mitchell right side. Conley the pass to Mitchell. Utah needs to get off a shot here. Oh, and a fast break for Oklahoma City. Here's Dort, and he uses the glass on the layup. Dort's got his first 2 points of the night.
Well, when you're in transition, the pass should lead the break, and that's exactly what was done in easy 2.
Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
4th selection back in the 07 draft. Conley has been a reliable guard for many years.
At the line for 2.
He drops the first one, and that makes it a 3-point lead. Royce O'Neal's checked in for Clarkson. Ferguson's checked in for the Thunder. Dennis Schroeder comes in for Chris Paul.
Yeah, the crucial part of those free throws is that it now makes it a 2-possession game.
Schroeder outside. No good on that one. And it's Utah the other way. 1:22 left in the fourth. Mitchell with it. The Jazz with another miss. And so it's Schroeder with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Oklahoma City Thunder. So far in the fourth quarter, they've allowed just 6 points. They've shared the load offensively.
And guys, they put the defense on their heels. You can see right now they're trying to react. And that's what you want when you're in a rhythm offensively.
Pass to Gobert. Banked in off the glass. And the Jazz lead by 6.
Gobert is not fazed by these moments. He wants to be the man.
There's 25 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Shooter kicks to Ferguson. Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. There's Schroeder. Good! What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3.
Wow, a huge play from Dennis Schroeder. You love the focus.
And now they decide to foul intentionally.
You had to foul, and on that occasion to stop the clock. That's the enemy in this situation.
Boy, this is as exciting a combo guard as there is in the NBA. Donovan Mitchell's craftiness, his assertiveness, all of those things make this guy special.
And so it's Utah with the win. They didn't. All right, David, thank you. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for...
unprecedented improvements in shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluid, and goaltending. Unprecedented improvements, shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluid, and goaltending.
much fun, but it definitely came with some challenges. Thank goodness for 2K.
That's right. In fact, it's been an honor for us to share our time and our episodes with you, the fans, the community. And the big news is NBA 2K TV is returning for Season 7.
Yes, we're coming your way on September.
From the plains of Oklahoma. And let's check out a breakdown. Looking at some stats for Sharich.
In the last 5 games, you can see the trend upwards for effective field goal percentage. And it shows you how confident he's playing right now.
So the opening lineup for the Suns. Rubio and Booker, they're the backcourt. Johnson is out there with DeAndre Ayton. And it's Bridges in its small forward. And for the Thunder, Gallinari and Adams, the combo out front. Paul out there with Gilgeous-Alexander, and it's Dort in at the 3 slot. Here's Johnson, offensive rebound. That shot no good. And Adams has got the ball here for Oklahoma City. Gilgeous-Alexander finds Gallinari. Here's Dort, defended by Bridges. Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Shot clock at 6. Fires from 14. Dort misses. Booker in the post. Gilgeous-Alexander covering. A nice shot by Booker.
Booker showing some speed, excelling there, and blasting right through the defense to get to the rim.
Well, the development for DeAndre Ayton is going to be all about the pick and roll, both how he runs it and defends it.
I agree, Kevin. If he works with Devin Booker out there as an offensive threat and becomes a guy who can roll with good hands and finish, that's a key for their offense. And you look at his size defensively, he can be imposing.
Here's Rubio. Gallinari making his last shot.
Yeah, not really much of a flow offensively yet. Only 1 of 4 from the field.
And stolen by Ayton. Johnson dishes to Rubio. Booker inside. That's in, coming off an assist from Rubio.
He looks to score all the time, and easy ones there for Booker.
Looking at the Suns, they want to turn it around after the loss to the Trailblazers.
In the NBA, you've got to keep pace. It's a fast track out there, and I thought their lack of hustle defensively was the story of the game.
You can't allow any opponent to shoot that kind of percentage. If you do, it's just going to be so tough to keep up.
Rubio right side. And the Thunder pushing it up now. Gilgeous-Alexander's got the ball. Bridges with the steal. And now here's Johnson, the fast break chance. The feed to Bridges. Oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. Gallinari with the steal. The rim-rattling two-handed jam.
Gallinari at that size can do a little bit of everything, and I like to see him dishing the rock.
And here's Booker from the arc. It drops for his 3rd basket. He's missed only 1 shot.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Now here's Paul. He's coming off a 28-point game against Utah.
And his scoring is going to get most of the attention, but his rebounding also stood out. He did a lot of glass cleaning in that game.
And the shot is good from Johnson.
And they've scored several times already here in the first quarter on the inside.
Rubio against Paul. The shot will not fall. Good D by Rubio.
And Devin Booker, where would the Suns' offense be without him?
Probably bottom of the league if no Devin Booker slides on that Suns jersey. One of the purest shooters in the league and one of the most phenomenal young scorers that's come along maybe since Kevin Durant.
Last season, the Suns made DeAndre Ayton the #1 overall pick in the draft. They had no hesitation, Greg, in making that call.
And when a player like Ayton, who was in the Rookie of the Year combo from the get-go, is available, you have to take him. Not only is the upside sky high for Ayton, but he was an impact player from day 1 for the Suns.
And even though Schroeder might be on the light end of things when it comes to his weight, he remains relentless driving towards the basket.
Here's Ayton. That one falls, coming off Carter's feed.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
Are you asking me, GA? I'm not sure.
Now here's Schroeder. And Noel kicks to Ferguson. to Noel. Pass to Ferguson for three. And it's Ayton with the rebound.
That's a look you cannot pass up. It's also one you shouldn't miss.
Here's Jerome. Drills the three-pointer.
Defensively, they've been a step slow here to start.
And so it's Schroeder with the ball. He'll bring it up for Oklahoma City. It's a 10-point game. This game coming after a loss against the Jazz.
Well, with his touch from mid-range, Kevin, that's almost always good. That won't shake his confidence.
Charge passes to Ayton. That one misses. And the Thunder going the other way now. To the inside. Noel off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
Great to have Noel active like that, proving how dangerous he can be on the inside.
Here's Jerome. Passes it to Carter. Fires for three.
Have to give some credit to the defense by Schroeder there.
And so it's the Phoenix Suns holding on to an 8-point lead heading into the break. They're pounding the ball inside, and that's where they've gotten their best.
Toughest position in the NBA night in.
And CP3, one of the most competitive players in the game.
It's an obsession with him, and you can see how hard he gets after it every time he takes the court.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. And from what we've seen, guys, from the Suns, what are you thinking so far?
Stingy on the defensive end in that first quarter. They were just getting up into people.
Just a great job, really, of making the game ugly, trying to muck it up a little bit out there.
On the court for the Suns, they've got Šarić, Aaron Baines out there with Kaminsky. Then there's Carter, and it's Jerome in at the point. Shot clock at 3. The Suns need to get a shot off. The putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. Jerome's got the lead up to 10 now for the Suns.
And, folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
Schroeder kicks to Ferguson. Brent, the league's been trying to clean up some of the physicality that we see, some of the jawing, but there are some players that do a great job of nonetheless getting under an opponent's skin.
I don't think, Kevin, over the past couple of years, we would deem the NBA as being more physical than at any other time. Would we say that?
I think that's fair.
We would never say that. But there are still irritants in the game. And the reason why those guys do that is because that's their competitive advantage. And that's the way the league is always going to operate. There are going to be guys out there who are going to use either their intellect to get inside your head or do things on a physical level that are going to cause you to think about what it is you're doing on the floor. Exactly. And when you find those guys, they're really interesting players to watch. You're not going to replicate their shooting form, Kevin. But in terms of sometimes their approach, there are things that you might be able to learn from a Draymond Green or a Marcus Smart.
There's no doubt. The shot by Carter, nobody around. Good. And a nice assist from Booker. Carter's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Noel against Šarić. Baseline try, and the shot is good. The Phoenix lead has been cut to just 9 points on the basket from Noel. Adams against Bridges. Quarter 2 and just under 2.5 minutes gone by.
Well, the D's so tight on him, it makes him alter his shot. And an easy chance turns into a tough one because the defense is swarming.
Gallinari against Šarić. Gallinari left side. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
Danilo possesses a deceptive strength that he uses so well on plays like that. Got to the hoop plus the foul.
Diallo, he's checked in for the Thunder. Gilgeous-Alexander comes in for Robertson. And for the Suns, Johnson, he's checked in for Šarić. And Ricky Rubio subbed in for Carter.
And every season, the Thunder continue to be one of the more dominating teams on the glass.
Just wonder how much Steven Adams has been the catalyst for that kind of mentality. We know that offensively he's always in there to grab rebounds, but it's part of what they know is important in any possession is collecting the ball.
To the paint. Right block shot. Johnson gets the bucket. Johnson's got his second bucket of the game to go.
Exactly what they want right there. Continue to get good looks.
Paul looking around. Feeds to Gallinari. Phoenix grabs the miss. They've led by as many as 11 points. Their last encounter was in Phoenix.
It was a loss last time they faced up against each other. A very tightly contested game that they felt they could have won.
Man, it felt like they probably would have won if they weren't saddled with all that foul trouble. They had to piece together some makeshift lineups late in that game. That might have cost them.
The pass to Bridges. Back to Booker. To the left side wing. Bridges kicks to Rubio. And another shot. Good on the jump shot. And the Suns lead by 11.
As the game has gone along, they've gotten more and more aggressive on the backboard.
Pass to Diallo. There's 42 seconds left to play here in the half. It's good. 9 points for Gallinari.
Man, he's having quite the quarter, converting at a really high percentage.
There's 39 seconds left in the first half of the game. Rubio outside. No good on the three. Thunder trailing by 9. Diallo the pass to Gallinari. Finished off the break. Gallinari's got 11 points.
When you have a guy like Gallinari run the court and you're expecting him to pull up for the three, he can also fast break and get the layup.
Now here's Booker. T right on him. Rubio missing again. Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Misses from short range.
I don't think the defense does enough out there to bother him. I think that one's all on him. Just a flat-out miss.
And so that brings the first half to a close. Suns ahead. They lead.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greetings. To eat out in front of the half is Phoenix. They've got the 7-point lead. And over to Shaq. What did you think about Phoenix?
Well, one thing that stands out is how few turnovers they had. The offense looked to control. They were making nice passes, moving the ball.
And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. We're halfway through the game. You look at Gallinari, what a contribution.
Yeah, it's been a great performance from him, really staying focused on quality shots.
Yeah, this is showing that they're not going to play at anybody else's pace but their own.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for the second half of basketball. So for Oklahoma City right now, Gallinari and Adams, the combo out front. Gilgeous-Alexander out there with Chris Paul. And it's Dort in at the three. Here's Rubio. The Thunder pull it in. Adams has got rebound number 7 for him tonight. Passes it to Gallinari. To the middle. Some nice passing by Oklahoma City here. Fades. Rebound by the Suns. Ayton's got his 5th rebound in this one.
Interesting that Phoenix has gone through all these different iterations since the loss of Hall of Famer Steve Nash, but this young core potentially coming together where they've bookended their front court and their back court with Ayton and Booker.
Down low. Johnson dishes to Bridges. Rubio looking it over. Three-pointer. Bridges controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. And the Suns lead by 7.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
Gilgeous-Alexander kicks to Paul. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. Ball against Bridges. Ball passes to Dort. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Johnson.
All right, a chance to see stats for Paul. The past month has been surreal. 11th in assists and tremendous confidence and consistency at the foul line. He ranks among the top 15 in free throw percentage.
And he really is the consummate playmaker. Always keeping his head on a swivel. Searching for the open man. Completely unselfish basketball player. Well, Brent, looking at the Suns' future, Ayton's development could really determine how far they rise.
I think it's not all on his shoulders, but certainly as a big guy out there, to have a presence on a nightly basis and some consistency is the challenge for DeAndre Ayton. He has all the physical tools and by all accounts has the work ethic to go along with it.
For Oklahoma City, they have made their only other free throw attempt today in an earlier trip to the line.
Well, Gilgeous-Alexander, such an intriguing prospect coming out of Kentucky. I can't wait to watch in a new system how it is that he starts to understand and develop further his offensive play.
Jerome passes to Bridges. And it's off from three-point range.
He's tried to get it going, but the shots simply have not been there. Nothing seems to be falling.
The shot's good.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
The Suns leading. Carter outside. Hits it from three-point range. Carter's got his second bucket of the night.
That's pretty much not how they want to defend the three-point line. Somebody's got to shadow him out there.
Fires the three. And it's Schroeder missing. Suns leading by 5. And Šarić kicks to Carter. The pass to Jerome. And he jams it with authority.
And that kind of sums up how this game is going.
Attack-minded all the way.
Yeah, great read. Calls his own number and then sends it home.
Muscala, the pass to Schroeder. Here's Ferguson. Gilgeous-Alexander finds Schroeder. Just 5 to shoot. Reverses, and they force the shot clock violation. Great team. And a look now at the Thunder's upcoming schedule. On Friday, they'll take on Karl Anthony Towns and the Minnesota Timberwolves. Then on Sunday, they'll take on John Wall and the Washington Wizards.
And just looking ahead to what's on tap, there are a lot of winnable games for them, but you can't go into the stretch with that mentality. You've got to focus on what's in front of you and bring it every night.
All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, one of the things that teams are more aware of in the age of analytics is the importance of sleep. And those teams are making adjustments. Morning shoot-arounds have been moved in some cases to the afternoon or eliminated altogether. There are many fewer teams that are taking red-eye flights across country. Some teams even give players orange-tinted glasses to encourage them to sleep. There's a lot of work to be done in this field, but the direction is clear.
Continuing to evolve. All right, David, thank you. Yep, it goes in, and the Suns' lead is cut down to 7. Good work from Muscala.
Well, that's the kind of passing right there that makes a difference, not just in that possession, but maybe on your play for the entire game.
And no matter what they've tried, the D just has not been able to deny them the ball inside.
Oklahoma City has gotten blank from three-point land so far in the third, still 0 for 3. Noel dishes to Robertson. Pass to Schroeder. Over Carter, and it's sent back by Carter. And that's going to do it for the third quarter. Suns lead by. And now let's go back to a play from earlier as we show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And he's always been the favorite to bag this honor. These kind of feeds are his bread and butter.
Doesn't happen with every point guard in the league as far as setting your teammates up. Lots more scorers now, but right there creating the scoring opportunity for his teammate.
And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this fourth period holds in store for us. On the court now for the Suns, getting going here in the fourth. Booker and Johnson fill out the wings. Aaron Baines out there with DeAndre Ayton. And it's Rubio in at the point guard position. And you watch Dennis Schroeder. You can see how deadly Brent he can be when he's walked in.
Well, he accepted the role in Oklahoma City about coming off the bench and trying to be a spark plug for Schroeder. It's really about consistency, Kevin.
Diallo, no good.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
A nice shot by Booker.
Every time he gets going like this, Kevin, somebody's going to talk about that 70-point game he had in Boston. It's not going to be me.
And that one's good. Schroeder.
A quick trigger. And from that range, if he senses the defenders have backed off, forget about it.
To the paint. Here's Ayton. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It's going to be on Nerlens Noel.
Well, the defense respects Ayton's ability to score, especially from that area on the floor. He becomes dangerous.
Replay angles are interesting, Brent. Instant feedback on social media. Talk about the increased pressure now on referees to get every call right.
Well, so many times, Kevin, on nights where you're working games, you sit there for a minute and a minute and a half.
In super slow motion looking at the play.
And still sometimes hard to get it right.
Very hard.
What I think the league should think about doing with the competition committee is every team in the league should have 3 and 4 cameras that are mounted so that every time there's a replay at any given arena, they have access to the same angles.
Every game.
Every game. Where are most of the times these calls being missed? Where are these calls getting wrong? And how is it that we can implement some technology to help us not only get it right more often, which is the most important thing, but also fair and balanced vision for the referees to have an opportunity to do so.
What an excellent idea.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today, ending with a basket coming off a pretty pass?
Well, he has the size and can get up quickly. Ayton with the throwback.
He gets it in there. And that's 13 points for Gallinari.
Yeah, that's not an assignment that I want there, Kevin. I'd rather do math homework than to try and cover that guy.
Rubio, the pass to Booker. It's hauled in by Adams. Adams has got rebound number 10 tonight with that last one.
A key rebound there, but they can do a little better on the glass here down the stretch.
Well, that's a shot they want just about on every possession if they can get it. He doesn't make them all, but still very much a high percentage look.
And stolen by Diallo. It's deflected. And it's out of bounds. The Thunder able to retain possession.
A split second late, but almost came up with a steal there.
Real close, and I'm sure next time you might time that a little bit better and get a hand on it.
Gilgeous-Alexander's checked in for the Thunder. And the Suns also making a change. Mikal Bridges checked in for Aaron Baines. So it's Rubio bringing it up for the Suns. Shoots. And again, it's the Suns missing.
Well, he wants to shoot his way out of this cold spell, but the struggles continue.
Yeah, he's got to move on, forget about this sequence here, and try to find a way to get on the board. And he's not the reason that they're trailing in this one. He's been on his game. There's a few of the other guys that need to pick it up.
The putback, great positioning on the putback.
You know, we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
Call for 3. Bridges with the board. Bridges has got his 5th rebound in this one. And that's a foul called on Gallinari. That's foul number 2 for him. And the Suns with a completely new group on the floor. Pass to Carter. From past the arc. No good that time. Now Oklahoma City takes it the other way. Gallinari with it. Now guarded by Payne. And the foul called on Cameron Payne. That is his first foul of the game. 1:25 left in the 4th quarter.
And you saw him gauging that pass there. He knew they were coming inside with it and got in position for the steal.
First free throw is good, and that brings them to within 10.
At this point in his career, Chris Paul is all about trying to get that elusive championship. Will play whatever role it takes to get that mission done.
A platoon swap here for Phoenix. Ayton kicks to Booker. Shoots over Gilgeous-Alexander. Can't nail the jumper. Thunder have gone 5 of 10, 50% from the field. Oklahoma City gets it back. Passes to Paul. Oklahoma City moving it around. The tray. 6 on the shot clock. Gilgeous-Alexander with it. Guarded now by Rubio. Three-pointer. Good D by Rubio. They're in good position here to ride it out.
Certainly. If they just play smart, this game's over. Just enough coverage to bother that three-point attempt.
Gilgeous-Alexander, good.
These are the type of games for Gilgeous-Alexander where the promise of his future looks incredibly bright.
Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. And here's Booker. The three. Again, the miss by Booker. Now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Defended by Booker. And there's the call on Devin Booker. That's his first foul of the game, and the bonus will go to the free throw line. Good on the first, and that trims the lead to 6. And so he hits both. 5 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. So it's Phoenix picking up the win. This was a hard-fought, well-earned victory for him, Greg. They really had to...
unprecedented improvements, shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending. body fluid and goaltend. Unprecedented improvements, shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluid, and goaltending.
The NBA 2K21 demo is out now, and in this episode, we're jumping right in. Plus, we look back at our best 2K TV moments of 2K20. And first looks at what's coming up in my team for 2K.
Salt Lake City, Utah. And a chance to take a look at some numbers for Sharch.
And the biggest takeaway when you look at his numbers is how good his three-point shooting has been the past 5 games. He's finding the open spots on the perimeter, and when he's getting good looks, boy, he is not missing.
So the opening lineup for the Suns. Rubio and Booker, they're the backcourt. Johnson is out there with DeAndre Ayton, and it's Bridges in at the threesome. And for Utah, inside we have Ingles and Gobert. Conley runs the point with Mitchell flanking him. And it's O'Neal in at the three, the small forward. A three-pointer is right on target. We see these two teams dealing with injuries right now, Steve. How much do you think that's going to change things tonight here?
I think it's going to change a lot. I think the style of play, you'll see more guys off the bench get more minutes. And I think it's going to come down to if they can control the pace and also if they can make shots, some of these other guys. This is basketball 101. This is the size mismatch you look to create.
Here's Johnson. Doesn't go that time. Now the Jazz take it the other way. Mitchell looking it over. Outside Conley. The pass to Ingles. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. Ricky Rubio picks one up.
Joe Ingles has made himself into an offensive threat, and defenses have taken notice.
And his teammates call him old man, say he looks like a 40-year-old farmer. But Joe Ingles, Smitty, much more than meets the eye.
You know what, Kevin? He's a star in his role. He's gotten better and better. He's a guy who can impact winning on a nightly basis.
And the Jazz with possession here. It's a 3-point game. And here's Conley outside. Gets the three-pointer to fall.
Mike Conley makes just enough of these to keep the defense honest.
Booker the pass to Ayton. And the Jazz pushing it up now. Ingles with the ball. Pass to Gobert. Conley against Rubio. Kicks it out to Mitchell. Just 5 on the clock. Over Booker. And it's Ayton with the rebound. For Phoenix, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Bridges. It's good on the putback.
Oh, how about the deft touch right there, guys?
He just guided that ball back up and in. Just a fingertip touch on the ball. Well, we've got a second, so we'll bring up a list of shooting guards that have been red hot at the free throw line over the past month. Devin Booker is second.
And this is a set of players that can drive and slash, hoping to draw contact, because if they can get to the bucket and the foul, it's going to be a three-point play the hard way.
Give them all credit for the work they put in to become such great free throw shooters. Trust me, it takes a lot of work to shoot those kinds of percentages.
Catching up on the changes for Phoenix. Saric comes in for Johnson, and it's Carter in for Ricky Rubio. 2 points, that one goes.
In pick-and-roll situations, Donovan Mitchell has done an outstanding job of being unselfish and making the right play.
Now here's Booker. 29 points for him last game against Portland.
And it wasn't just the scoring. He also impacted the game on the glass. Terrific all-around effort.
And it's Mitchell missing.
Wow, that's one you just kind of assume is going in. Tough luck.
Carter. It's good, and he makes his first shot of the game.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Wow, that's a defensive breakdown. Can't do that against good scores.
Again, the Jazz score.
So difficult to defend. Mitchell can stretch you out to 3, beat you at the rim, and everything in between.
Now here's Booker. Ingles with the rebound.
It's almost as if there's a lid on the hoop for him right now. He still hasn't got one to fall from the court.
High offensive IQ. He makes great reads and adjustments on the fly.
And Smitty, as tough as they are on D, the Jazz have been middle of the pack offensively. How do they improve there?
You know, GA, they can be a top 10 offense. The two things that have held them back are turnovers and poor free throw shooting. I mean, elite level athleticism. Donovan Mitchell attacking the rim. So exciting to watch greatness develop.
Now here's Booker. No points in the game yet for him. Not his night so far. That's miss number 5 with no makes. Conley finds Gobert. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. Conley gets the bucket.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this lead.
Booker looking around. A three-pointer off the mark.
He just doesn't look like himself this quarter. Something's missing.
And it also shows you how difficult this game is. He's just a little bit off, but it can result in missing everything.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. To the Jazz, their last game, a loss to the Thunder in Oklahoma City. Conley's shot is off.
And that one gives them a +5 rebound advantage, Kevin.
He had stolen by Ingles. Here is Conley, and he drops in the layup off the glass. Conley's got 7 points.
Building up a big early lead, they have taken charge of this game.
Play calling has been fantastic. They've been a step ahead of the defense since the opening tip.
Donovan Mitchell firing on all cylinders for Utah. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct on display. Right back after this break. And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And a very convincing performance from the Jazz so far.
Way to set the table. Offensively, they dominated on the interior.
They came in looking to attack from the get-go, willing to be physical and setting the tone.
Emmanuel Mudiay out there with Clarkson. And it's Rudy Gobert. And there's Davis. And it's Niang in at small forward. That's the group for Utah getting going here in the second. Now here's Mudiay, guarded closely. Here's Gobert. The basket good off the assist from Mudiay.
Rudy Gobert getting it done off contact. Love the increase in his focus on the offensive end.
Now here's Johnson. He's guarded closely. Pass to Jerome. Fires, high post. Rebounded by the Jazz. They've led by as many as 14 points. They're looking for a little bit of redemption in this one after the loss to them here last time.
Yeah, they were just wrecked last time they faced this team, and a lot of it was their own undoing.
It was a sizable loss, and it was mostly due to their awful passing and ball control. They just need to use better judgment in this game.
Mudiay. Offensive rebound.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
Suns trail by 15. Carter outside. Kicks to Kaminsky. It's stolen by Mudiay. And now Clarkson pushing it up. No one back to stop him. A huge slam, the perfect end of the fast break.
Good find, and one of Gobert's advantages as a passer, he can see over everyone's head.
To halt the run, and he says right back at you with a big dunk of his own.
Yeah, he just punched the ticket on that one. That'll get the job done.
Powerful two-hand jam. Well, Smitty, for players and teams that are out of the playoff hunt, how do they stay motivated here to go the rest of the season every night, every practice, every trip?
And I think that's when the organization, your captains, your coaches, you got to talk about being a pro. Sometimes you lose focus. You're not in the playoffs, and maybe your team that was supposed to be or not slated to be in the playoffs. You still are a professional. You have to have a professional approach. Meeting right at the rim, he typically converts in those situations. Not this time.
Got that bucket in no time at all. Baines has got 7 points in the game.
Shutout in the first quarter. He's heating up now. I like the aggressiveness.
Now here's Mudiay. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Connects from three-point range.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
How often do we see this these days? Clubs answering each other from range.
The Suns shooting their first shots of the night from the charity stripe. And he makes the first. And the Jazz with some changes. Royce O'Neal's checked in for Rudy Gobert. And it's Conley in for Emmanuel Mudiay. Utah leading by 13. Outside Conley. Here's Niang. Up again. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Clarkson against Booker. Takes the three. The shot, no good.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Conley against Rubio. Passes it to Clarkson for three. That's basket number 2 with his third shot off to a fast 2 for 3.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
The reason why they've stayed aggressive, and they have not let up this entire night. And at this point, I wouldn't expect them to.
Rubio against Conley. 46 seconds left to play in the first half. 6 to shoot. That shot off. Some solid defense from Šarić. From 13, and it's Phoenix scoring again.
Yeah, they've raised their shooting percentage in this quarter, and they're starting to get on track.
Conley with it. Guarded now by Rubio. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a three-point play chance for him.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Joe Ingles, he's checked in for Utah. Mitchell comes in for Clarkson. Andre Ayton's checked in for the Suns. Mikal Bridges comes in for Johnson. So for Phoenix, their last game a loss to the Trailblazers in Portland.
And defensively in that one, they needed to come up with big stops to quiet that crowd, and that's obviously easier said than done.
Yes, the other team is feeding off that enthusiasm. You have to try and match that energy.
And stolen by Ayton. And so it's the Utah Jazz.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Ernie Johnson. Kenny the Jet Smith is right here. Say hey to the folks, Kenny. Hey, folks. A tremendous start for Donovan Mitchell. He had 8 points and 2 assists. And, Kenny, what... And...
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. Donovan Mitchell really making a difference here.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
I think both sides probably adjusted a few things. The key for him is to bring the same level of energy over these last 2 quarters.
Our second half of basketball, and presented by Gatorade. Let's see who's all fueled up and on the floor to start the third. And Phoenix looking who they've got on the floor. Rubio and Booker, they're the backcourt. Johnson is out there with Bridges, and it's Ayton in at the pivot spot, manning the middle.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Woo, blown opportunity right there. Won't get many chances easier than that one.
And the Utah Jazz, not exactly a magnet for big-name free agents, Greg, but for their young star, Donovan Mitchell, it has been a perfect fit.
You know, they needed a scorer. He's played big minutes from day one and really thrived in that role.
So Johnson hits 2 of them. Steve, we've seen a few guys score close to 70 points in a game recently. Devin Booker of Phoenix certainly has gotten to that mark. Who might be the next guy to get to 70?
I think James Harden, because the way he shoots the 3-ball and gets to the free throw line, he's one. Steph Curry for sure. Kevin Durant. And I think Giannis in a few years, if he can start knocking down those threes, because I'm sure he can get about 40 points in the paint, 10 at the line, but he needs to knock down a few threes. Missed 4 straight shots now. At one point, do you have to call a timeout and regroup?
Mitchell finds Conley. Utah getting another chance here. Here's Gobert. Makes it off the glass. Gobert's got his 3rd basket of the night right there.
And that bucket adds to what has been a big difference in points in the paint between the 2 teams.
Well, you need to start somewhere. After 4 straight misses this half, let's see if this gets them going.
Conley feeling it out to the inside. Ingles dishes to Conley. The shot's good on the assist by Ingles. 9 points for Conley.
His shooting has been outstanding. Definitely one of the reasons they're up in this game.
And it's going to be out of bounds. The Jazz will take it.
Well, a chance to check out Mikal Bridges here. He's been in good form here the last few weeks. First in free throw shooting. And with a top 20 ranking in field goal percentage, you put the ball in his hands, and he converts at a remarkable rate.
And it's nice when you have the NBA's best free throw shooter just keep the ball in his hands in clutch situations. He's been completely automatic this season. And Utah making a change here. Rudy is checked in. And the pass to O'Neal. Here's Mitchell. Not going to go that time. And Phoenix the other way now. Their next game is at the American Airlines Center in Dallas for a game with the Mavericks. And that'll be the last game of their very short 3-game road tour.
You know, his positioning near the hoop, always to his advantage. Just a terrific job to tip that one back in.
Here's Moutier, trains the 19-footer. Moutier's got 5 points so far.
We've talked about it before. Unselfish, great awareness. Ingles willing to turn down the shot if someone can break free.
And there's the call on DeAndre Ayton. That's his first foul for the Jazz. Davis is checked in for Gobert. George Niang comes in for O'Neal, and it's Jordan Clarkson in for Mitchell. And for the Suns, Saric has checked in for Ayton, and it's Devin Booker in for Carter. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Moutier. We get a break in the action, so let's take a look at the West and how the teams are stacking up. Take a look at the Jazz. They've had a great season, and will look to extend that into the playoffs. And, of course, the Suns, right now, quite a ways down below.
Right now for the Jazz, this season has been, it's been solid. But they just need to maintain their place in the standings and get 100% prepared here for the postseason.
I don't think they played their best basketball. So if things do come together for them before the end of the regular season, look out.
Davis kicks to Ingles. Goes back up. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
Doing his job on the glass and doing it with force.
And, Greg, it's not everybody in the league who can make those kinds of plays.
You know, this is one of his specialties, keeping plays alive, creating second chance opportunities.
Phoenix, no good that time either. Jazz leading by 18. And there's the call on Devin Booker. That's his first foul. Ricky Rubio checked in for Phoenix. Moutier against Rubio. For 3, Booker. That's good. It's Rubio with the assist. Rubio's got 4 assists now tonight.
Crossing up the defense, and that's what you expect from Rubio. Terrific vision.
Here's Davis. That one off the back iron and out.
And I'm sure next time he sits down, coach is going to have a few choice words for him with that shot selection.
And you know what? He knows it. You have to try to play within the system or you're going to come away with empty possessions.
Clarkson against Booker. Clarkson passes to Moutier. Oh, good with the triple. And so Booker will bring it up for the Phoenix Suns. Trailing by 13. That one drops for him. And that's now 6 points for Mikal Bridges. Utah's gotten fewer than half of their three-pointers to go down tonight. They're 4 for 9. Moutier against Rubio. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
And still trying to find his footing in the league. Moutier must show improvement in his shooting moving forward.
And Booker kicks to Kaminsky. Booker outside. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him.
Love how seriously Conley takes his defense, closing out on shooters whenever he's nearby.
And let's take this chance now to show you the State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
This is why you preach teamwork. Some of the most spectacular plays are the ones where guys are feeding off one another.
And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. Inside, we have Ingles and Gobert. Conley out there with Emmanuel Moutier. And it's Clarkson in at the 3. That's the group right now for Utah. Rubio against Conley. Inside, Ingles. That's in there. Conley with the assist. Conley's got 4 assists now tonight.
Beautiful pass by Conley coming off the pick. Sometimes on defense, it's pick your poison.
And here's Booker from the arc. Rebounded by Clarkson. Jazz leading by 18. And there's the call on Dario Sharp. That is his first foul of the game for the Jazz. O'Neal comes in for Clarkson. And it's Mitchell in for Emmanuel Mudiay. And Phoenix also making a switch. Ayton's checked in. Conley the pass to Mitchell. In the corner, O'Neal with it. Pocket 6. Here's Gobert. It's blocked.
And using that wide reach to reject shots. Ayton can't afford to throw up weak stuff around the big fella.
And the Suns making a change here. Johnson's checked in. We played just over 1 minute here in the fourth quarter. Suns trail by 18. Pass to Bridges. Booker against O'Neal. A nice shot by Booker.
Poor interior defense. If you play him soft, he's going to kill you.
At the elbow, it's Gobert. Count it, good.
Finding a man wide open, Mike Conley does an exceptional job of leading this team.
Booker against Mitchell. Pulls it up. The offensive rebound. And Ayton throws it down.
And, you know, it's one thing to get the offensive rebound, but then how about the loud bucket he's able to convert?
He was in perfect position under the hoop break. You're right. Once he gets his hands on the miss. Conley finds Mitchell. And it's Phoenix with the rebound. For 3, Booker. The shot comes out, so Utah will take it the other way. Back to Conley. Releases. Here's Gobert. Up and in on the layup.
Rudy wanted it more than anyone else. He's going to be around for a long time. Look forward to watching him.
Booker outside. Again, the miss by Booker.
At some point, when you recognize someone's this out of rhythm, you have to shift to something else.
Back to Mitchell. You know, Smitty, every team at some point faces some locker room turmoil. How tough is it to balance team chemistry?
You know, it's very tough. Sometimes you have those 1 or 2 player additions that it just changes the dynamic of your team. Sometimes you lose a leader. He might not be the best player. Then a lot of times guys are playing for contracts, and some guys get a little bit upset because they figure they're playing for their individual success versus team. But when you have that right chemistry, it is beautiful.
Mitchell against Booker. Ayton dishes to Booker. Again, the miss by Booker.
Man, at what point do you blame the play calling more than the player?
And Conley gets it to go. The assist by Mitchell. Mitchell's got his 4th assist in this one.
Well above his scoring average tonight. Conley understands when the team needs points from him.
Booker with no one around. Again, the miss by Booker.
A bit of pride at stake, trying to get that last 3 ball back, but couldn't get it to fall. Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it, just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for the Jazz.
This was a team performing to its fullest capability.
A hugely satisfying win. A game that not many will soon forget. And on the other side, one that I think most will try to forget.
And so they'll be advancing their win total to 42 games.
And they will walk out of here feeling really good about themselves today, guys. A big win over a conference foe they'd split their previous 2 games with.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Conley.
You have to appreciate the unselfishness. He kept the ball moving, kept everyone involved. Really enjoyable to watch.
It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. Rubio misses. And so Conley will bring the ball up for the Utah Jazz. 6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. And here are the Suns now. Here's Ayton. That's in, coming off an assist from Rubio.
Just terrific at executing in the paint. Ayton has a nice array of shots to choose from.
Conley kicks to Mitchell. And that was close. He draws the foul. He'll shoot two. Mikal Bridges picks one up. Free throw dropped for Mitchell.
He was a part of that terrific draft class in 2017. Donovan Mitchell was somewhat unheralded, but may turn out to be the best of the bunch.
Here's Payne. And so it's Utah easily grabbing the win. And the out. Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that about wraps it up. For Greg Anthony, Steve Smith, and David Aldridge.
unprecedented improvements, shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending. unprecedented improvements, shooting, puck pickup, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending.
Welcome to the special edition of 2K TV.
The wait is almost over. We are just days away from 2K Day and the launch of NBA 2K21.
And if you can't wait, you can get early access to the NBA 2K21 demo right now. Here's how you get started.
It's Dan David. It can be a circle. David, thanks. As we approach the playoffs, let's now take a look at what is shaping up in the West. Take a look at the Jazz. Advantage in one series. And checking out Oklahoma City. They're right in 5th place.
And I think for Utah, they've stayed right there, just in sniffing distance of the conference leaders. That's a solid accomplishment at this stage of the season.
Yeah, even so, though, I'm sure they're not satisfied just being near the top of the standings. They're going to be looking to make a major push as the season winds down.
And checking out Utah's opening lineup, Conley runs the point with Mitchell flanking him. Inside, we have Ingles and Gobert. And it's O'Neal in at the small forward position. And for Oklahoma City, Gallinari and Adams, the combo out front. Chris Paul is out there with Gilgeous-Alexander. And it's Dort in at the 3, the small forward. And it's Paul missing. It's Gobert with the ball for the Jazz. It's a 3-point game. Well, we're now on the back end of what has been, Greg, an incredible career for Chris Paul. Perhaps no longer the undisputed best point guard in the game, but still a top talent.
And Chris Paul might not be the best point guard, but any team would be happy to have him. His efficiency and playmaking aren't going away anytime soon. And even though he's never been an overly athletic player, that aspect of his game still is strong as ever.
Here's Dort. Following the basket by Donovan Mitchell. Pass to Dort. Shoots from the baseline, and he drops that one in. And here is Mitchell. 11 points for him in that last game against the Thunder in Oklahoma City.
And it wasn't only his scoring. The intensity on defense. He nabbed 3 steals that night.
The Thunder have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
The finish in transition, nice and easy.
Now Conley. He's coming off a 13-point game against the Thunder in Oklahoma City. Basket counts. Here in the first quarter with about 2 minutes gone by. Passes it to Gilgeous-Alexander. Off target with his 3. Jazz have gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. Shot from 12. Offensive rebound. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
See, I think you want more of this from Joe Ingles. He has the size and length to keep plays alive.
Gilgeous-Alexander kicks to Paul. Over Conley. And it's Paul missing.
Well, terrific defense. They obviously respect his ability and just want to make it tough.
You know, Greg, for the Thunder fans, hard to see their star power dwindle, but they got a lot in return.
Yeah, but the Thunder were capped out. They hadn't made it past the first round in 3 years. And in exchange for Paul George, they got one of the richest trade packages in league history.
And here in the first, about 3 minutes in, here's Mitchell. Oh, and the dunk by Mitchell.
How high was Donovan Mitchell? How pretty was that dunk? My goodness.
Paul passes to Gallinari. Gobert with the block. Here's Mitchell. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Was there any steal in the 2017 draft bigger than Donovan Mitchell? My goodness, guys. Utah looks like they found a franchise player with him.
I mean, to see a player his age come in and just be an elite scorer is impressive. Very explosive in transition, but also in the half court. Reminds you a bit of Westbrook or a young D-Wade with how he plays.
And Oklahoma City going with a whole new group out there.
How about that show of strength from Nerlens Noel? No fear in how he attacks the defense on these shots.
Mitchell outside. Five on the clock. He kicks to Davis. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
Let's remember that Donovan Mitchell's first love was baseball. His father played in the minors, coached in the majors. Donovan himself was a star player in high school. It wasn't until he broke his wrist that he decided to dedicate himself to the game of basketball.
Now here's Schroeder. He had a 27-point outing in their last game against Utah. Mitchell outside from about 19 feet. The Jazz again can't hit it.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
Wow, look at the way the big man Noel set up his guys, puts the pass in the perfect position, easy shot.
Here's Moutier. The Thunder making the shot. 30 seconds left here in the first quarter. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It's going to be on Nerlens Noel.
Well, this is Emmanuel Mudiay at his best. The aggressive mindset, trying to put defenders in a difficult spot.
And Oklahoma City making a change here. Robertson, he's checked in. There's 25 seconds left to play here in the first. Schroeder looking around. From deep. Rebound by Mitchell. Here's Moutier. The putback. And it's Noel with the rebound. Here's Robertson. And the last shot before the buzzer is off. Donovan Mitchell firing on all cylinders for Utah. He got into double digits for the quarter with 10 points. Chris Paul, an elite defensive player, a student of the
steals thing is just.
Well, you hear about the importance of watching film, Greg. It reveals itself in many ways.
And learning guys' habits. What they like to do gives him a knack for when to go after steals without hurting his team.
And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. Guys, from what we've been watching with the Jazz, what are you guys seeing out there?
Well, when you control the glass, you control the second chance opportunities on both ends.
And that's how they controlled the first quarter. I thought they were the much more physical team.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor. All fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. Taking a look at the Jazz, they've got Donovan Mitchell. He's out there with Emmanuel Mudiay. Davis is out there with Clarkson. And it's Niang in at the 4. Now, here's Clarkson. 9 points last game out. And it's Noel with the rebound. Thunder trailing by 7. Guys, they're looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively, for sure.
Here's Robertson. They get it again. Kicks it out to Schroeder. Another shot. No good there. And Utah the other way now. They come into this one following a loss to the Thunder. And Dennis Schroeder hits the whistle that time. That's his first foul. Gallinari, he's checked in for Oklahoma City. Chris Paul comes in for Dennis Schroeder. And a switcher also for Utah. Rudy Gobert, he's checked in for Donovan Mitchell. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Because of Rudy Gobert's thin frame, people were trying to take advantage of him early physically in his career. For the Jazz, they wanted him to get stronger, get in the weight room, and become more of a problem.
Catching up on the changes for Oklahoma City. Adams, he's checked in for Noel. And Shai Gilgeous-Alexander subbed in for Mike Muscala. Then for the Jazz, Joe Ingles, he's checked in for Davis. O'Neal comes in for George Niang. And Mike Conley subbed in for Mudiay. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Unloads.
And guys, it really looks like they've lost a step here in the second quarter. They have been really stagnant offensively.
To the inside. And the basket by Ingles. And for 7-footers like Gobert, it seems, Doris, there's more risk of injury.
Well, everything the Jazz organization has done with Rudy has focused from the core down. They want to make sure their big man has functional strength that eases pressure on the knees and ankles. Both of those areas have been so problematic for guys his size.
And even after 2 offensive rebounds, they just can't get the lid off. And Andre Robertson is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul. Diallo, he's checked in for the Thunder. Gobert down low. Adams on him. And Adams sends it back.
Well, so good at anticipating when shots are going to go up. Steven Adams, terrific protecting the basket.
And wait to finish and cut into that lead a little bit.
Yeah, but look at the basket guy still shaking. Conley against Paul. Here's Conley. Drops in the layup for 2. Conley's got the lead up to 10 now for the Jazz.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
Greg, to me, this has simply stated been a complete lack of defensive attention and focus all night long.
And there's the foul. It's on Steven Adams. That is his first foul of the game.
And now only 1 away from being in the penalty.
Now, Conley dishes to O'Neal. Gobert with it. Real disappointing game for him in that loss to Oklahoma City. Of course, the game is shifting towards skill and finesse, but there are those players who thrive in this league who are like bulldozers and force the issue inside.
Well, a guy like Blake Griffin, who is such a physically gifted basketball player, enters the league as one of the great dunkers, but has now added a three-point shot, still can play bully ball. But for me, the most ferocious at-the-rim scorer and the guy who's probably most underrated aspect is his strength is the Greek freak. Giannis Antetokounmpo at the rim. Good luck and good night.
I don't know how you do it, right? I mean, how do you defend that?
Impossible.
Indeed. For the Thunder, Nerlens Noel checks in for Gallinari. And Dennis Schroeder subbed in for Gilgeous-Alexander. George Niang, he's checked in for the Jazz. Conley, the pass to Niang. Here's Gobert. That's in. He's got 2 made now, and he's shooting 2 for 3.
Well, Gobert inside, right? He has such a strong sense for when to take advantage of the skills he has at his disposal.
Schroeder against Conley. Schroeder kicks to Diallo. There's the pass to Adams. With nobody on him, he buries the jumper.
Boy, the jumper of Steven Adams really coming along. He is working hard to develop that.
Schroeder against Conley. Good on the shot. Conley's got 4 points this quarter.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
Diallo, the pass to Noel. Misses from close range.
And battling hard on the glass, they hold the advantage here so far.
2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. To the paint, Diallo finds Schroeder. Back to Diallo. They get it back. Ingles passes to Niang. Ingles, the bounce pass. And so that's the end of the first half. All right, thank you, David. And folks, don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. A tremendous start for Donovan Mitchell. He had 10 points and 2 rebounds. And that'll do it.
And we've got third quarter of basketball for you. 2 quarters in the books. Donovan Mitchell really making a difference here.
And the way he goes at defenders, he is bound to get to the line just like he did there in that first half.
I have to love his tenacity. This guy stays in attack mode, makes defenders work, tries to keep them off balance.
Gallinari and Adams, the combo out front. Gilgeous-Alexander out there with Chris Paul. And it's Dort in at the 3 spot. That's the lineup in the game for Oklahoma City.
And you look at the way Steven Adams has developed his offense the last few years. It's been a huge boost for this team. He has always been a great defender, but now he is an important cog on this team in terms of scoring.
And with Adams in his offense, you forget how young he is.
And big men, sometimes they just take a little longer to find their path in the NBA. And Adams has certainly found his. I remember him being in mostly to screen and rebound when he was a rookie, but look how far his game has come.
Paul against Conley. Paul kicks to Gallinari. Paul surveying the floor. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. It's going to be on Rudy Gobert.
Well, the Jazz's Quinn Snyder has become one of the most respected head coaches in the league. And think, guys, a player poll even had him ranked 7th among coaches they'd like to play for. And consider he's in Utah. That is not exactly a free agent destination.
And Utah making a change here. Davis is checked in, and it's Davis finishing it off.
Superb recognition from the clever veteran Conley on that one. Very adept at knowing when to dish it.
And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. And Doris, what is it, do you think, about Quinn Snyder that gives rise to that respect?
Well, you think about it. He played the game at a high level, of course, collegiately at Duke. He has paid his dues as a coach. He's got tremendous intellect for the game. And there's this growth mindset with him. He's always looking at himself. How can I get better?
Emmanuel Moutier's checked in for Mike Conley. Paul dishes to Muscala. From outside, off the mark.
Another rebound hauled in. They're hitting the glass with a lot of passion.
Mitchell passes to Gobert. Kicks it to Moutier. 6 to shoot. Mitchell in the corner. Puts up a 3. Traps in the tray. And now it's an 11-point Jazz lead.
Boy, everyone is getting to their spots and then capitalizing. 3 for 4 in the quarter. Beautiful.
Gallinari dishes to Muscala. The fader. And Davis pulls it down. Davis has got 4 rebounds now tonight. Gobert in the corner. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. And after this one, they're home against Minnesota. That'll be the last of 3 straight at home for the team. And it's Paul missing. And that's a foul called on Gallinari. That is his first foul of the game. Terrence Ferguson's checked in for Gilgeous-Alexander. Jordan Clarkson, he's checked in for the Jazz. A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. Davis, the pass to Gobert. It's stolen by Muscala. Here's Ferguson, finished off the break. Ferguson's got his second bucket tonight.
And that's a momentum shifter. A steal leading straight to the basket.
Here's Mitchell. Another miss by Utah. And so it's Paul bringing it up for the Thunder. They trail by 9 points. Wasted no time on that one. Gallinari's got his first points of the game.
Guys, that's just really unstoppable. He poses a ton of matchup problems for whomever he's facing.
Jazz passing it around, and no one near Clarkson as he lets it go. Davis on the follow.
And hard work on the glass. Once again, guys, they put a lot of effort and focus on the backboard.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Davis. That'll be his second foul of the game. And a new group in here for the Thunder. Adams, he's checked in for Muscala. Noel comes in for Gallinari. Diallo, he's checked in for Andre Robertson. And Dennis Schroeder subbed in for Chris Paul. Utah also making some changes. Coach Niang comes in for Rudy Gobert. And it's Joe Ingles in for Donovan Mitchell.
Well, the length, the quickness, the ability of Emmanuel Mudiay to make himself a factor defensively. Nice.
Pass to Ferguson. He feeds it to Adams. Schroeder outside. Puts it up from 15. Second chance shot. And Adams kicks it over to Schroeder. Ferguson for 3. Adams. And it's Adams on the follow.
Boy, the strength and the activity of Steven Adams makes him a force on the backboards.
And here's Mudiay. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game. Pass to Niang. Over Adams. Niang, no good. Thunder trailing by 9. Adams, the pass to Diallo. Back to Adams. The feed now to Noel. Schroeder outside. From outside the arc. Bangs home the trifecta. Schroeder's got his first 3 points of the game.
Well, this is why spacing is so important. When you can knock down distance shots, as Dennis Schroeder does there, it changes the equation.
And so it's the Utah Jazz with their lead standing. How about a look at today's State Farm assist of the game?
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, making the game easy for your teammates, Greg. All about putting them in a position to score. That's pretty.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we start the 4th quarter in what is still anybody's ball game. Taking a look at the Jazz. We got Joe Ingles. Conley out there with Jordan Clarkson. Then there's Bradley. And it's Niang in at the power forwards position. Schroeder outside. Ingles with the rebound.
A contested mid-range shot can't be what they were looking for there.
Well, especially with that defensive player in the area. You know he's going to find a way to get into the shooter and make him uncomfortable.
Well, check out that assist. That's a pair of teammates that are clearly on the same page.
Schroeder against Conley. Here's Bradley. Passes it to Niang. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. Noel's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Ferguson for 3. The shot that time, not on target. Utah leading by 4. Here's Clarkson. The shot's good on the assist by Ingles.
Well, we understand that Jordan Clarkson is strong enough to take contact and continue through to play. Nice aggressiveness.
And there's the pass to Ferguson. Adams trying to free himself up. Ferguson misses.
Well, you simply have to shake that one off, right? You can't let that kind of missed opportunity bother you.
Shot's good by Clarkson.
Well, Jordan Clarkson loves the offensive end, and he's in the flow on that drive. That's nice.
Here's Schroeder. Second chance effort. Pass to Dort. From deep three-point range. You can't get that one. The Jazz go the other way with it. They've held a 12-point lead early. Following this one, they get to host the Pelicans. Start a 3-game homestand with that game. And the Thunder with some changes. Gallinari, he's checked in for Adams. Gilgeous-Alexander comes in for Terrence Ferguson. And it's Paul in for Dennis Schroeder. Jazz also changing it up. Rudy Gobert, who's checked in for Brantley. O'Neal comes in for George Niang. And it's Mitchell in for Jordan Clarkson.
And that's an example of his athleticism, right? Nerlens Noel, the ability to leap up and ram it home.
Now Conley. We're in the fourth quarter here, just under 2.5 minutes gone. And slam dunk by Gobert.
Boy, that is just too easy. As Gobert gets this close, forget about it.
And it's Paul with the ball for Oklahoma City. 8-point game. Gilgeous-Alexander kicks to Gallinari. Rudy Gobert with the rebound. Gobert's got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. Mitchell dishes to Ingles. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
How about this guy? He comes into the league as an undrafted free agent, and Joe Ingles has more than proven his worth. The high IQ, the lights-out shooting from deep, so much to love about Ingles.
With the fadeaway. Good.
You know, it seemed to me they were shying away from a foul there. The D still has to be a little bit more physical than that. He's got to feel you.
Now here is Conley. They double team Conley. The Jazz need to get off a shot here. And he comes up with the deuce. 15 points for Donovan Mitchell.
How about a nice bounce to his step from Donovan Mitchell? Get in the catch and shoot game, sir.
Paul kicks to Noel. Back to Paul. Here's Dort. His three-pointer's off the mark.
That's not his spot, but given the lack of defense, you'd like to see him knock that one down.
Now, here's Mitchell. Gilgeous-Alexander covering. Down low. It's tipped. Out to Conley. On the clock. Mitchell passes to Ingles. Back to Mitchell. From deep. Gallinari with the rebound. Oklahoma City's gone 0-3 so far in the fourth quarter from long range.
And now as the clock ticks down, this is going to end up as a solid victory here for the Jazz.
This was a physical game.
Yeah, I mean, they were aware of the rotations defensively and were able to attack the rim.
And so they'll be advancing their win total to 42 games. And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Rudy Gobert.
Boy, this guy played with some swagger and intensity on the boards tonight, dominating the physical aspect of the game.
Not enough ticks left on the clock to save them tonight.
I'll tell you, Greg, it's never an easy point in the game, knowing whatever you do, you're still coming away with the L.
Noel passes to Gallinari. Now, Gilgeous-Alexander, covered by Conley. Gilgeous-Alexander can't get it to go. And that's a foul called on Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. That'll be his second foul of the game.
That's his second personal foul. Substitution on the court.
They get a hand on it. Here's Davis. It's off.
Well, tremendous defense from Dennis Schroeder. He is willing to give extra effort on that end of the floor.
And so it's Utah easily grabbing the win. This was a very...
unprecedented improvements. Shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending. Unprecedented improvements. Shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending.
NBA 2K21 demo is here. And in the demo, you can get a head start on your My Career by jumping in and trying out the My Player Builder. To start off, you have the option to download the My NBA 2K21 mobile app to scan your face into the game.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Welcome, everyone, to NBA basketball. And let's check out a breakdown. Looking at some stats for Ayton.
There's been a drop-off in the rebounding numbers. He seems to be getting out-muscled on the glass in a way we didn't see earlier in the season. His last 10 games, the totals have taken a huge hit.
So here's Oklahoma City's starting group. Gallinari and Adams, the combo out front. Paul out there with Gilgeous-Alexander. And it's Dort in at the 3, the small forward. And for the Suns, Rubio and Booker, they're the backcourt. Bridges out there with Johnson. And it's Ayton in at the center. Rubio, the pass to Johnson. Here's Ayton. Hefty move. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. Steven Adams picks one up.
Good idea to make Ayton earn it at the line because he's a menace in the paint. Don't let him get that shot off.
And at the end of the year, Brent, we've been seeing an uptick in play from some young lottery-bound teams.
Well, they're always excited about having opportunity to play loose and play free. The backside of that is you didn't play well enough to get into the playoffs.
Right.
So, good coaching staffs with young teams that have potential, Kevin, will ask their teams to be spoilers. Like, embrace the idea of let's compete tonight against that team.
Make
they're
that
the
your
fourth
playoff.
seed. Yeah, let's go up against this.
Sure.
There are other teams that, quite frankly, just give up on the year. And some guys will have some big empty numbers to finish off the season. You got to temper your kind of eyeballs on those things.
And here is Paul after Devin Booker getting his shot to go from deep. Paul kicks to Adams. Hands the shot from the wing.
Unselfish play of Chris Paul there, has a knack for knowing when to get his guys when they're wide open.
Rubio dishes to Bridges.
Man, it's close, but, didn't get on balance quick enough.
First quarter of play with about a minute and a half gone. Rubio with a wide open look. Shot clock reset for Phoenix.
It was a stellar effort from Gallinari there, really contesting.
The layup missed. Launches a 3. Adams, the pass to Gallinari. From deep three-point range. And it's Ayton with the rebound. Ayton's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. And that's a foul called on Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. That's his first foul.
That's his first personal foul.
Booker inside. Gilgeous-Alexander covering.
Really just struggling here in the first few minutes. 5 attempts with only 1 falling.
Out of bounds, Phoenix will take possession.
Look at all the coaching changes that the Suns have had through the years, and some of these young players have heard a lot of voices. 7 in the last 8 years, and the team's performance has shown that kind of inconsistency with up and down seasons.
Oklahoma City's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Some nice passing by Oklahoma City here. Passes to Bridges. And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes played. Ayton with it. Now defended by Adams. They grab their own miss. Here's Johnson. That's in, and he found his range with that one. Now 1 for 2.
Such a big part of what he does for this team. Just work and work on the boards, generate second chance opportunities, and hopefully convert.
Here's Dort. He averages a bit over 6 points a game. Adams, right side. 5 on the clock. Oklahoma City needs to get off a shot. The game now all time. And all the system changes have really affected the Suns scouting department.
Really difficult to fill out a roster when you've got coaching changes and philosophies that come about. and some guys simply just don't fit. So maybe they settle in here, find the right guys to do the right things, and get themselves back into the playoffs.
Now here's Paul. Devin Booker missing his last shot. Paul. Adams right side. A miss that time. Would have put him up.
And he rushed that one, no doubt about it. The D out of position, you could see the frustration on his face.
And then Johnson with the dunk.
That's what he gives you, a big-time presence on the glass.
And you know what, Greg? Once he gets his hands on it, he's not even thinking about kicking it out.
Oh, his competitiveness right now is why the teammates love him.
Near the three-point line, it's Booker. Wide open shot is on the money. Booker's got 5 now.
That's what he does. Devin Booker with a beautiful shot there.
To the middle, here's Johnson, and Johnson with the stuff.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
And the gamble paying off.
And the call on the shot sends him to the line.
Yeah, you just have to be careful when you're guarding Chris Paul. He's very, very clever getting to the free throw line.
A platoon swap here for Phoenix. And a new group getting ready for Oklahoma City.
Well, a great player on a great role at the charity stripe. The D has got to be careful about being too aggressive on him and sending him back for freebies.
Here's Jerome. Shoots, shakes him. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. He's getting his first free throw attempt of the night right now. And the first one at the line is good. And the Thunder making a change here. Diallo's checked in. Good on both. 24 seconds left in the first. Thunder trailing by 6. Nobody near Schroeder. Good on the three-point shot.
Schroeder can be very persistent when he drives to the hole, which is why the D decided to let him pull up for that shot.
Here's Jerome. And Carter has it in the corner and out of bounds as the Thunder gain possession.
That's tough because that one's preventable. The defense has nothing to do at all with that turnover.
Back to Schroeder. He gets it up. And he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. 1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one so far. Suns lead by 3. 2K Sports back to Phoenix after this. Welcome back, everyone. It's Noche Latina in the NBA as we resume action. And taking a look at the Suns' performance here, guys, what have they been doing or not doing?
Well, they used the fast break to generate some easy buckets before the defense could get set.
Yeah, they did a great job. Just the initial thrust of that attack, as soon as they got the ball, constantly in transition.
We've got Aaron Baines, Kaminsky out there with Sharp. Then there's Carter. And it's Jerome in at the 1 spot. This is out there for Phoenix. Kaminsky. And yes, it's good. Kaminsky's got the first basket of the second quarter for the Suns. It's Schroeder with the drive. That one falls. His second basket of the game. He's now 2 for 3.
Whenever Schroeder sees a hole in the defense, he is ferocious in how he exploits it.
Carter looking around. Ball's knocked loose. And it is flushed down with a nice jam.
Lightning quick first step from Schroeder. Phenomenal at throwing down that one on the drive.
It's stolen by Muscala. Noel against Carter. Schroeder, right side. Here's Ferguson, covered by Saric. 6 on the shot clock. Ferguson misses. The Suns leading.
And the first few seasons in the NBA, not an easy time for Terrence Ferguson. The young wings have their ups and downs, but the franchise still very much believes in his talent.
Oh, how about the finesse there? Nice little gentle touch on the board.
And you know, when you have that gentle touch, those tip-ins are easy to come by. Pass to Muscala. Schroeder outside. Diallo with it. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. And with Ferguson, the fans can be hard on him. They're expecting more. But, Greg, it's going to take time for him.
You know, Ferguson has already made big strides with his defense. The shot and consistency will come, but the fans will have to be patient with it.
A nice shot by Carter.
Many times you don't like that shot selection, but sometimes when you're just feeling it in transition and no one's on you, great shot there.
And there's the whistle. That goes on Frank Kaminsky. That is his first foul of the game. Robertson, he's checked in for the Thunder. Here's Noel. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 8 points a game. The shot by Carter, nobody around. Offline with his three. Thunder trailing by 6. Robertson, the pass to Noel. Inside. And slam dunk by Saric.
And you have to get Saric out of the paint. Once he's inside, he's ready to take it home.
Pass to Robertson. Carter against Schroeder. Down low. They need this. And Noel gets it to go on the assist by Schroeder.
This can make it so much easier for your teammate when you throw that lead pass that gets to him right on the money, whether that's on the run or in the shooting pocket.
And here's Booker from the arc. That ball's off target. It's his third miss. He's made 2 shots from the field. That's in, and the Suns' lead is cut down now to just 4 points with the basket from Schroeder. I often hear about players talk about their favorite spot to fire from on the floor. How much of an effect does that really have, the favorite shooting spot?
Most of the time, Kevin, what you're talking about is star guys, because they're the ones who ultimately in any given possession, the coach is trying to find that guy in that spot to do something. What happens throughout the course of a year is when that player has the ball there, everybody else knows what to do.
Right.
Like the player knows what he's going to do, right, Kevin? Because he's the star player. But everybody around gets comfortable with the options and where it is that he goes. If he goes right, if I slide right, I'm going to get the three. If he goes left, he's spinning back. I might move towards the top of the tee. So the familiarity of not just the player, but the players around the player, that's where you can make it happen.
That's interesting. Some changes for Phoenix. Andre Ayton's checked in for Aaron Baines. Johnson comes in for Saric. And Ricky Rubio subbed in for Carter. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Gallinari. We get a break in the action, so let's take a look at the West and how the teams are stacking up. Look at Oklahoma City. They've done well enough to be in 5th place in the conference so far. And, of course, the Suns, they find themselves in the dregs of the conference.
And I think for the Suns, they haven't gotten anywhere near where they wanted to be this season. Pretty clear there's a big talent gap between them and the true contenders.
Well, you hope that they realize that and they have some self-awareness, but when they win some games, carry some positive energy, maybe some momentum into the offseason with which to build on.
It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game. And Rubio kicks to Johnson. Kept alive. Ayton tries again. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So 1 free throw coming up.
That's with the foul there. Ayton's powerful on the inside. At 7-2, he'll go through you.
This will be his 3rd free throw shot of the game.
And the free throws have been dropping for him at a rate of about 77% on the season.
Paul passes to Gallinari. Now here's Paul. He's coming off a 28-point game against Utah. And here is Bridges. No good on the last second attempt there. And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Suns ahead.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome. For the Suns, the first quarter was pretty even. At the end of the period, they held a 3-point lead. And guys, for the Suns, Kenny, what did you see? And that...
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. One guy who's been getting it done is Dennis Schroeder.
definitely been challenging the defense here early on, not settling for anything outside.
Yeah, you want these kind of nights where you can start to see those openings before they happen.
Third quarter action getting rolling right now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's who's on the floor. So the Thunder 5 right now. Gallinari and Adams, the combo out front. Gilgeous-Alexander out there with Chris Paul. And it's Dort in at the small forward. Well, when Danilo Gallinari came into the NBA, Brent, he was just a catch-and-shoot type player. But he's so much more than that now.
Well, I think with the way the league has changed with the three-point shot and Gallinari's ability to do that, he's gotten a lot smarter about picking his spots when the pump fake can drive in and draw some contact.
The pass to Ayton. And Adams sends it back.
Well, Steven Adams is very much capable of anchoring a defense right there in a great spot to get the block.
Bridges kicks to Booker. Here in this third quarter, just over a minute play. Bridges for three. It's hauled in by Adams.
Not sure they realize it's not halftime anymore. 4 attempts, and they're still looking for their first bucket.
Paul against Rubio. Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. 5 to shoot. Back to Paul for the lead. Hits the three-point bomb. Paul's got the lead up to 2 now for Oklahoma City.
Once Paul makes up his mind, he does not hesitate on that play and is developing his three-point game later in his career.
Now here's Booker. Tight defense on him. Johnson outside. Phoenix no good that time either.
Oof. Ugly start to the second half. They're still scoreless in their first 5 attempts.
And so Oklahoma City again turning it over.
Just didn't get his hands up in time on that one. They weren't on the same page there.
Diallo, he's checked in for Gilgeous-Alexander. Out to the right wing and stolen by Diallo. Here's the break. Here's Dort. And there's a nice one-handed slam.
And that's how to make an impact with defense. Once the steal is made, you know they're going to be scattered.
Kaminsky with the ball. Gallinari on him. Kaminsky finds Johnson. Right wing. Here's Jerome. He's guarded by Diallo. Jerome, good.
Well, that's a shot you can hit. If you give it to him, you need a little more energy on defense that next trip down.
Paul passes to Dort. Second half of play, and we're 3 minutes into the third here. Shot clock at 6. He dishes it to Adams. It doesn't go for him. The Suns go the other way with it. Here's Ayton. And the rebound goes to the Thunder. Adams has got 6 rebounds in the game. Gallinari can't cash in from close range. Phoenix has gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Here's Ayton. Thunder with the rebound. Adams has got rebound number 7 for him tonight. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Really at the right play defensively. If you can't block, force them to the line.
A different look for Oklahoma City. Noel's checked in for Gallinari. Robertson comes in for Diallo. And Dennis Schroeder subbed in for Paul. Carter outside. Rubio. That misses. Had a chance to tie it there.
That's one he knows he should have drained.
To the paint. Here's Adams. And Adams with the slam.
A heady play there from Schroeder, zipping the pass to the teammate who had the cleanest look on the possession.
Carter outside. He kicks it to Kaminsky. That's in there. Carter with the assist. Kaminsky's got his second basket of the night.
To leave a guy like that wide open from range, big mix-up.
And it's Schroeder missing.
I mean, and he thought he had a clear path to the hoop, but the defense didn't give up on that play and cut him off.
Carter for three. They get it back. And Adams has got the ball here for the Thunder. Since halftime, they've only allowed 5 points. And after this one, they're home against Minnesota. That game is the first and last of their homestand.
Textbook. Nice pass. Great catch. Even better finish.
Well, he's too good a finisher to blow that kind of chance, but that's going to be a wake-up call to the defense.
Now Robertson takes a three, and that shot was up in time but doesn't go in. We're at the end of the third, and we've still got a close one. Thunder lead by 2. 2K Sports back to Phoenix after this. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, a terrific, unselfish play right here. Set up his teammate, and how about the setup this was?
What an advantage if your off guard can make plays so valuable.
And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. Bridges and Saric make up the forwards. Rubio and Booker, they're the backcourt. And it's Baines in at the 5 spot. That's who's out there for Phoenix. Good ball movement here by the Suns. Here's Rubio. Off target from three-point range.
And when you can't get anything to fall, it definitely gets in your head.
Especially if you're a player that doesn't get a lot of shot attempts. But otherwise, the mindset is, I just got to get the next one to go. And you don't want to put that much pressure on yourself.
Pass to Booker. Lets the three fly. Another shot. Here's Baines, and the layup's good off the glass.
Hard work on the offensive glass. You can see the coaching staff rise up and clap for that effort.
Here's Robertson. The shot's good on the assist by Schroeder. Robertson's got the lead back up to 6 now for the Thunder. Now here's Booker, defended by Robertson. A nice shot by Booker.
Such a creative scorer as Devin Booker. Look at him just checking out the options and scoring that time.
It's stolen by Saric. 3-on-3 from the arc. The putback. Ferguson with the rebound. Ferguson's got his 4th rebound in this one. And Ricky Rubio gets the whistle that time. That's foul number 2 for him. Ayton, he's checked in for Phoenix. Johnson comes in for Saric. And a new group getting ready for Oklahoma City. Gallinari, he's checked in for Muscala. Diallo comes in for Terrence Ferguson. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander's checked in for Robertson. And Paul subbed in for Dennis Schroeder. Gallinari wide open. Got it from 16 feet. Gallinari's got the lead up to 6 now for the Thunder.
Hard to imagine them losing this game if they can keep shooting like that.
Here's Ayton, and good that time.
Yeah, Ayton just swallowing up the defender there and then completes the play.
For Oklahoma City, they've gone an outstanding 4 of 5 from the field in the 4th quarter so far. Gilgeous-Alexander with it. Johnson on him. Gilgeous-Alexander finds Gallinari. Clock at 6. They double him with Booker. Paul looking around. Off target from outside. Suns trail by 4. Rubio the pass to Johnson. Over Diallo. And it's Johnson. That time on the assist by Rubio. Rubio's got 4 assists in the game. Here's Paul. And it's Ayton with the rebound. Phoenix has gone 0-3 so far in the 4th quarter from long range. Bridges. No good. That would have tied it.
I think he rushed that one just a little bit, thinking the defense was going to get close. They weren't.
To the inside, and it's stolen by Ricky Rubio. Here's Booker. It's good. This game is all even.
That's got to feel good. A guy who can score, stepping up and hitting buckets, as important as that one.
Pass to Noel. Kicks the ball. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Noel dishes to Gallinari. Uses the glass to finish the layup. And the Thunder lead by 2.
And that's why these fans love their Gallo. His ability to step up and take huge shots is what makes him so valuable.
played just over 3.5 minutes now in the fourth quarter. Booker outside. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. Chris Paul picks up that.
Booker looks so often to shoot from the perimeter or coming off of screens. You got to stay down on his pump fake.
And that hurts as he doesn't get the first one to fall. Trying to focus now on the second. And the Thunder making a change here. And he ends up making the second, and that narrows the gap to 1. And so it's Paul bringing it up for the Oklahoma City Thunder. And that one drops.
Gilgeous-Alexander going to celebrate that one.
1:06 left in the fourth quarter. Here's Rubio. There's the dish to Johnson. Phoenix, no good that time either. The Thunder have gone 6 of 9 on their field goal attempts since the start of the fourth quarter. And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2.
Had a foul to give there, but you'd rather not have it cost your team points.
He hits the first one, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. And so he drops them both. It's a 5-point game.
And just like that, this game is a 2-possession affair.
And Booker kicks to Rubio. Now the pass to Booker. He can't hit that time. And Oklahoma City will go with it the other way. It's stolen by Johnson. Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Well, a missed box out and an easy tip in, but it's because of the activity as the ball is going up, Kevin, finding yourself in the right spot, just using some effort. I think if I was coaching these guys right now, especially him, I'd tell him, you take one more 3-point shot, and we're going to have some conversations here side by side.
Bridges with the steal.
Looking to tie it up with a big triple.
And you can bet that's what they're looking for this late in the game. They need that 3.
Phoenix calls timeout. They're behind by 3. 5 seconds left in the game. And now we get the chance to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Dennis Schroeder.
And he's been dialed in from the field, Kevin. Good on over 60% of his attempts. They've been working the ball around well, and he's benefited with a lot of open looks. And boy, has he made the most of it.
And it's the Suns with the ball. And here's Booker from the arc. Misses the tray. So a close game sees Oklahoma City taking this one. This win, such a tremendous... All right, David, thank you. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast.